Kirsties. Today is Tuesday, April the 21st. We are going to jump full swing into our PBL project today. First, I would like to go over yesterday's activities. You did a fantastic job on your ReadWorks articles. You did a fantastic job on your ReadWork articles and your Flipgrid video responses. I'm going to share a few of those in a moment. Good work. I hope that you learned a lot about trees yesterday. You will need some of clues from those articles to continue with your activities today. Mrs. McGinnis will explain those as we go over the agenda, but first, let's check out some of those Flipgrid videos. I hope you enjoyed that story as much as I do. Now, first graders, I'm wondering, what happened to all the truffula trees? And who was harmed by the result of that?
The Lorax was sad in the story because the people found the trees and he used to talk to them.
People were chopping down the Lorax's trees, so the Lorax went away.
The people cut the truffula trees down to make leaves. The Lorax was very mad at them. The Lorax and other animals lost their home. The truffle trees got cut down, and the plants got hurt and died. The Lorax was sad in the middle of the video because people was cutting down the trees. He speaks for those trees. And people was cutting down the trees because they need clothes and mats. Trees help by cleaning out the air. The air has liquids that can hurt you. The whistler was the one who cut down the trees. The Lorax got hurt by it. Because he was the speaker of the trees.
Yep.
For the trees. The trees was cut down and the animals was hurt by it. The trees got cut down by windshield. The red bears and gooses was hurt by the trees that got cut down.
Okay, done?
Yeah. The Lorax was sad in the middle because everybody's been cutting down the trees and he speaks for the trees and everybody been cutting them down because they were going to need to clothes and mats and other things.
The Lorax was sat in the middle because people was cutting down the trees. And he speaks for the trees. And people was cutting the trees because they need clothes and mats.
What happened to the trees was that he was cutting down all the trees, and the guy who lived in the tree that was orange and yellow was very, very mad at him, and he told the other guy to stop cutting down the trees because trees are very special in nature because they give people air and food. And the other ones that lived in there were starving and were getting really sick.
Let's take a look at the agenda today. Please notice that you have 2 Flipgrid sticky notes. This means 2 separate Flipgrid activities to be recorded in 2 different places. Make sure you follow each link and do that link's activity. You will have a reading response Flipgrid just like yesterday. When you're done with it, go back to the agenda where you'll find a second Flipgrid sticky note. This is for your PBL project about trees. I want you to learn using the knowledge that you gained yesterday, reading and listening to articles about trees. I want you to pretend that you're on TV. You're in a commercial, and your job is to sell trees. Why should people buy your trees? Why do people need your trees? How would trees be valuable to their lives? I want you to add stickers to your screen using the skills that I showed you yesterday. If you would like to get images from the internet to add, remember, go to the internet, save the tree images to your iPad. When you get to Flipgrid, push the frame and you can add those in. Make these good commercials. I cannot wait to hear them at the end of the day. Now we're going to take a look at our soft G and hard G patterns. Our first word was glue, and it was a hard G. Our second word is orange, and it's a soft G with a just sound. Our next word is gutter with a hard G. Now germ, cage, and game. Think about where these words would be sorted, because later this week I will be sending this sorting chart out to you to do on your own. Let's take a look at our math. If I have the numbers 70 minus 30, I could grab 7 of these 10 frames and X out 3 of them. How many do I have left? 40. Good job.
Time for Kids, a young activist. Meet Greta Thunberg. She's fighting for the future of our planet. Greta Thunberg, 17, is from Sweden. She's an environmental activist. Environment, speaking up for the earth. In August 2018, Greta Thunberg skipped school. She sat outside one of Sweden's main government buildings with a sign. It read, "School Strike for Climate" in Swedish. Greta was protesting. She was speaking out for the future of the planet, and she was doing it alone. The next day, one person joined Greta in her strike. That was a big step from 1 to 2, Greta told Time. Then a few more joined her. Then came hundreds of people. Then came thousands. The young activist had sparked a movement. Fighting for the future. Greta first learned about climate change in elementary school. She saw a video that showed extreme weather and flooding. Her teacher explained that these were because of climate change. This made Greta worried. Today, Greta is 17 years old. She gives speeches and meets with world leaders. She demands that people take action to protect planet Earth. She has inspired millions of others to protest for the future of the planet. In August 2019, Greta set out on a zero-emission sail from the UK to the United States. Here, Greta arrives in New York. Last September, she spoke to world leaders at the United Nations Climate Action Summit in New York City. Greta asked the leaders to focus on science. Scientists have been warning about climate change for many years. Greta is angry that people in power have not taken action. How dare you, she said in her speech. Tens of thousands of people gather in Madrid, Spain. They are listening to Greta's message. Power words. Climate change. Noun. Changes in the Earth's weather patterns. Emission. Noun. Something given off, as a gas, for instance. Wave of change. Greta has inspired millions of people to speak out. There have been climate marches in countries all over the world. People carry signs, they wave flags, they raise their voices in chants. People do this to raise awareness about climate change. What actions can you take to help the environment? Earth activists. Women around the world are working to help the environment. Here are 4 who have done their part to protect Earth's plants and animals. Which of these women most inspires you to take action? Scientist Jane Goodall was born in London, England. She has always loved animals. She especially loves apes. Chimpanzees are apes. At age 26, Goodall began studying chimps in Tanzania. That's in Africa. She's fighting to save their habitat from deforestation. Activist Wangari Maathai was known as the Mother of Trees. She taught people how important trees are to the environment. She started a group that plants trees across Africa. In 2004, she won the Nobel Peace Prize. Maathai died on September 25, 2011. Scientist and environmental activist Vandana Shiva was born in India. She works to protect farmland. She helps people grow healthier and safer foods. Shiva has written many books. They teach readers about the importance of the land and how to take care of it. American Sylvia Earle has always cared about the ocean. This scientist works to save the world's oceans from polluting and overfishing. She goes on explorations with her team. The trips raise awareness about ocean conservation.
We have a lot to do today and I'm really excited to get started. I hope you are as well. Please message me if you have any questions, and I hope to see all of you at live classes at 10 and 6 p.m.